camera showing off my Oh.
All good.
All right, good morning. We're going to call the meeting to order. And I just want to note that Mary Keene is Zooming in from a secret location. So if you can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we are in our public hearing for our safety plan. I have to just ask if there are any public comments on the safety plan only. And there's no public here, so there are no comments. So I'm going to ask to adjourn the public safety hearing. We have a motion to adjourn by Ms. Miller. Second by Will. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we're going to open up our regular monthly August meeting. I'm going to defer my comments. I hope everyone just has a nice last few days of summer, and I'll turn over to our superintendent.
Yes, good morning, same. I'm hoping that everyone enjoys the last couple of weeks of summer, and it's been a really busy summer here in North Merrick. Things are a little quiet now from a student perspective, but not quiet when it comes to getting our classrooms ready. Looking forward to the bright bulletin boards again and teachers running around, crazy, excited. And let's not forget our meet, treat, and greet on August 31st at 10 a.m. in front of around each of the schools. If the weather does not work out, we will do it indoors, I guess in the gyms, Mr. Merrim's, GPR, et cetera. So looking forward to that annual tradition. Takes away a lot of that anxiety, I think more for the parents than the students. So I'm looking forward to opening school.
Was that 10 a.m.?
Yes.
Thank you. Great, thank you. We have a motion to approve the routine approvals 5A through 5C.
Motion.
Motion by Will, second by Ms. Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Public comments. I was going to say as listed in the agenda. 6A, no comments. Great. Okay, business. I'm going to ask for a motion
Oh, my God.
7A through 7Y. Motion. Yeah, go ahead. It's on E, though, right? It's on E.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Tracy.
Can we just pull V?
I wasn't doing 8. I was doing 7. Wait, I'm sorry. Which one?
V
Oh, V. I'm
as
sorry.
in
V.
Victor?
Sure. So how about a motion
A through U.
7A through 7U? Thank you.
Okay, got it.
By
Tracy?
Tracy,
Yeah.
seconded
You
by
were my
Will.
first, Will, my
All in
second.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye. Aye. So that carries. And then I'm going to ask for a motion for 7W through 7Y.
Motion.
Motion by Will, second by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that was W through Y. Joanne?
W through Y,
Yep.
got it.
And then I'm going to ask just for a motion for 7V, and then we'll do discussion on the motion. So a motion to approve 7V,
V.
V.
Right.
We're going to do discussion.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, so
okay.
a motion needs to be made
Motion.
by Tracy,
Second.
second by Steve, and then any discussion on the motion. And for anyone at home, the Board of Education approves the issuance of tax anticipation notes and revenue anticipation notes for 2023, 2024 school year. So if we have discussion on that motion, maybe Mr. McDade could explain it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
That's fine. Good afternoon, actually, good morning. So what happens is each year now, we wait to receive our taxes. We don't receive the taxes until late October. So there's a cash flow issue for most districts during that time frame. So until we receive the taxes, we're short money to pay for the utilities, the payroll, and things along those lines. So this year, we would run out probably around the end of September. The beginning of September. So we have those two payrolls at the beginning of the year that makes it a little bit difficult cash flow wise. So what happens is we go out for the TAN to cover us until we receive our taxes in October. And this will
Stopgap.
have no, one of the big things, this, remember a few years ago when we first went out for it, we got hit on the fiscal stress because of the 10 points for that. By doing it now, by continuing to do it each year, we won't get those 10 points, so it will not have any effect on the fiscal stress score.
And how much are we going out for this year?
We're going to go out for 2 million, the same amount as last year.
And how does the interest rate compare to,
It's better than last year, we were told, but we won't know the exact number till we actually go out. I have to get board approval first to go out, and then once we go out, we get the numbers. But I was talking to our financial advisors, and the rates right now are better than they were when we went out last year.
And we also have a good rating.
Yes, we do.
To go out. So at the September board meeting, would you know the interest rate at that?
Yes.
Okay.
But then, Tom, don't you pay it off as soon as the money comes in?
Well, what happens is you have a second cash flow issue in the second half of the year because you don't receive your second half of the taxes until May.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was the same thing as last year. So what happens is around April, you dip down again because you're waiting to receive the money at that point. So once we receive the taxes around May, that's when we look to pay it back.
And this is all standard stuff because of the county when they collect the taxes, correct?
Correct. We have no control over this.
And our reserves are predominantly restricted, so we can't pull money out of there to help our cash flow until we get through. So we need something such as a tax anticipatory note. to
And once
cover
again,
it.
this is something very common across all of Nassau County.
Tom, could you just explain why we won't get the 10 points this time, but we got it the last time?
What happens is the 10 points is when you first go out for a TAN.
Okay,
And then it's 10 points for that. And if you happen to go out for a TAN the next year over 2% of what it was the year before, then it would go up again, but we're not doing that.
okay.
Right,
Thank you.
it's that first hit, but that
Okay.
does
I'm sorry,
come off.
10%, not 2%.
And then
Uh,
wasn't it an
Just say
issue?
10%.
Wasn't it the issue a couple of years ago because Nassau County put a hold on people paying their school taxes because of COVID?
That was one of the reasons, yes.
So that was the big, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big reason. And once again, this has no effect on the fiscal stress score for the school district.
So there's a motion on the floor to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Mary?
Yep, aye.
Okay, just making sure. I don't,
Aye.
all right, all, and you passed it unanimously. Thank you. And then we have two walk-on resolutions. Where's the second? Oh, right here, I'm sorry. So I guess you want to call it 7AA for the first one? I don't
We're
know.
going to,
The first one we're going to do is St. Martin or
It's
Z.
actually
Try that letter.
7Z.
7Z, ready? All right, we have two of them. So the first one is, as per New York State, the deadline for requests for transportation to non-public and charter schools for the 2023-2024 school year is April 1st, 2023. The district received a late application for transportation for two students to St. Martin de Porres Mariana School. Transportation is provided by We Transport through the Belmore Merrick Transportation Consortium. We've been advised that the additional cost for the transportation will be $25,231.40. Since this application was received after the deadline, this cost has not been budgeted for the 23-24 school year. Based upon the foregoing, the resolution is be it resolved. Well, I guess we'll take a motion on it. So the motion I'm putting forth is be it resolved that the Board of Education denies the late transportation application for the transportation for the two students to St. Martin de Porres Mariana School. So that's the motion on the table. It's to deny it. Do we have
Motion.
Make a motion by
Second.
Trace, second by Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Now, the next motion, the district received a request from a parent requesting private school transportation to Maria Regina School in Seaford. I don't really like this. I'm going to skip that. So again, that was late as well, based upon the communications with the superintendent's office and the parents. The reasoning was there was a late application. The additional cost for transportation will again be through We Transport. The cost will be $29,950. And again, since it was past the April 1st deadline, the cost has not been budgeted for the 23-24 school year. I'm going to put a motion out that the Board of Education denies the late transportation application for this transportation for one student to Maria Regina School. So if I need a motion to deny this late transportation request by Will, seconded by Kathy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So the motion carries and the application is denied.
Okay.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you.
Going forward, policies. 8A, And B, I'm just going to ask Sam if you could explain the policy change in these 8A and 8B.
So for the automated external defibrillators, it was pretty much an update. Am I coming through the speaker? Okay, it was pretty much an update. We updated the number we have. We updated the names, the people responsible, even the address to where we send this information. So it was really just a housekeeping policy change that hadn't been touched in a while. And I just made sure, I ensured that all the latest, greatest SED state requirements were in there. So
So now we're in full compliance with.
So, Sam, is this the old one you gave us?
Yeah, you
I
must,
gave you the old one.
Okay, good.
so you updated the names
Mr.
of the
Luciani wanted
nurses.
to see the old one, so you
Yeah,
had.
And the new ones.
So you
on the
updated
agenda.
the names of the nurses.
Correct. Well, no names.
Right, we didn't
because
do nurse
It's always the nurse. You know what I mean? 'Cause if we have personnel changes, we
Oh,
don't
okay,
want to have
'cause
to do the.
right now it has names. Okay.
No, that's the old one.
That's the old one.
Okay.
Yes,
That
yes.
was
We're
one
voting
of
on
the
the one in the
revisions.
agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything- Yeah, it's been a while since that was looked at, so.
Okay.
It came across my desk at AED change, someone had mentioned, and I looked and I was like, wow.
Okay, great.
That was the genesis for that. For the building use, I updated the insurance like we do every year. We check with NYSER, insurance changes based on user groups. And this year, because we were asked last season if we could rent our grass to Trainer, which is a for-profit, versus PAL or Little League, which are all not-for-profits, we added we always had the language in there that we could charge, but I added a fee schedule, just so that if someone wanted to go on our website and see what would it cost to get a field for 3 hours for training or for, whatever. So we added that.
And we cross-referenced the AED piece to ensure that our building use facilities forms had all of that information
Correct.
as the insurance company had asked for as well.
So again, it was an annual house cleaning,
Yeah.
because housekeeping, because that's a form and a policy we use every week. So just want to make sure everything's, all the language, especially the insurance language.
Thank you.
And there were no other substantive changes to the building use policy?
What's that?
There were no other substantive changes to the building use policy?
Actually, not to the building use policy, but we attach forms to the top of this for the applicants. So when the PTA fills out a form, we made some changes to that. So if you want security, you have to write it down. Just like if you want table setup, if you want microphones, do you want security? And I think, yeah, that was the only one. And that's not part of the policy. Again, it's part of the facilities use packet. But the policy is unchanged for the most part.
Perfect. Thanks, Sam. So if we have a motion to approve policies 8A and 8B as stated in the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Tracy, seconded by Steve. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries. A motion to approve the personnel actions report 9A is detailed in the mailing.
Motion.
Motion by Kathy, seconded by Will. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We're noting your hand movement, Mary. Don't worry. I'm looking. Motion to approve 10A through 10E, special services.
Motion.
Motion by Tracy,
Second.
seconded by Steve. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Report of committees. Do we have any report of committees today? Don't think so. I could tell you the high school, I went up to our meeting. We had an audience like this. I'm hoping in September, we have a few people show up. And there's a lot going on there. And Ed and I will give a robust report in September. The meeting was very quick and it was just routine approvals to get through the summer. So we'll give you a big report come September. Building and grounds, I think we can defer that to September. That's all right. If there's anything. Any communications, Joanne?
None, we haven't received any.
Okay. Unfinished business? New business today? Okay. Public comments, again. And I'm just going to ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Will,
Second.
second by Steve, all in favor. Have a safe trip, Mary.
Thank you.
Enjoy the summer.
Bye, Mary, did you, oh.